Hi, I'm Nick Popaditch, and I'm running for Congress in California's 51st Congressional District. That's South Bay and Imperial County. If you're going to represent people, you got to know what they're thinking. And that's where we're out here today in 3rd Avenue, downtown Chula Vista, to find out what people are thinking. Let's go. I'm running for Congress. I'm out talking to people, want to represent the constituency. Tell me, what do you think? What should your congressman be doing for you?
Well, I think they should be doing something about health care.
In what way?
I don't agree with the fact that everybody has to have health care by 2013. I don't really agree with that.
All right, how about cap and trade legislation? You familiar with what that is?
Not really.
Okay, what it is, it's when they keep talking about environmental legislation, protect the environment, it's all just a big smoke screen. Because what they're doing is they're building green jobs, like wind farms, solar farms. They're taking your tax money out of your business. They're building that business with your tax money. They're paying the employees with your tax money. They're subsidizing it because it's not competitive with your tax money. And then they're going to make your business, power your business with that at a higher rate because it's not competitive. So it's going to raise the price of operating business significantly if it passes. It's going through Congress right now. What would you tell your congressman about that legislation?
Oh, well, give us a break.
So they want to take what we have now to
crazy, right?
Make you guys spend more money instead of helping us out. They're ripping us off in other words.
Sounds crazy, right?
It is crazy.
It's hard to believe that they're getting away with it.
And that's what it is.
But did you understand what cap and trade was before you talked about it?
No, well, now I do.
See, now that's it right there.
Well,
just so you know, your congressman voted for that.
Oh.
He voted for that.
Okay. Well,
and I'm opposed to that.
I agree with you.
Probably wasn't hard finding people to work here. Huh? Looks like it's kind of a family business here, but a lot of high unemployment, so probably not too hard finding workers.
Again, you're correct. I put a help wanted sign out for 2 weeks. I'm sorry, for 1 week, and I got nearly 40 applications, and we hired 3 people, 3 part-time people.
Outstanding. Good on you. Good on you. Building America.
Yes.
Building America. Now, this is my theory as far as how we're going to grow those jobs. We lower taxes on all these businesses. Right. Even if whatever is small business, big business, whatever it is, we lower tax on them.
Oh, definitely.
They have more revenue. They can hire more people who make more money, who dump it back into the economy. All the revenue stays here instead of sending it off to Washington, D.C. for them to do whatever it is they're doing with it. Sound like a good plan to you?
Exactly, that's what I believe too. I don't believe in the theory of raising taxes and it becomes more trouble for the business and they can't prosper and neither can nobody else.
As they keep saying, we're going to take it from the other guy. We're going to go after those wealthiest of Americans and we're going to give it to you. The giving it to you part never seems to happen, does it? All that happens is they raise the taxes on the business, then there's less guys work here.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the problem. So that's the change I'm bringing.
I want somebody who's going to fight for me.
Absolutely.
The little man that has, I'm barely making it nowadays because of what's going on in the government. I want somebody to fight for me.
So too much government's hurting the economy?
Yeah, too much. I think it's the government that's hurting the economy.
So how we fix it?
Make it better.
Well, you vote for me. That's supposed to be the answer there. Vote for me. Do you have any second thoughts as far as how many people are going to hire? Any of this like healthcare legislation? Was any of that hanging over you? The potential fines you may have to having to provide health care to these employees?
Yes, of course. I mean, right now, a small business owner like myself, the capital I raised was all out of my own pocket. So something like that would definitely hurt me, especially being a new business. And that's another reason why I had to go mostly part-time. I would love to have a full-time person here, but we just can't do that.
Because of?
Because of healthcare benefits.
All right, Shannon, what's on your mind?
Well, you mentioned education. What is your ideas on merit-based pay, the 10-year, and all that stuff?
I think we fix everything in this economy the same way, through free market. So school vouchers, give parents an option as to where they're going to send their kids to school, and that way there's more competition. More competition breeds better performance out of the teachers. If you're non-competitive, your school doesn't get your school vouchers, doesn't get income, and doesn't stay in business. School vouchers, free market solution. Since they took over healthcare, let's talk about the rest of them. What about taking over the financial industry, taking over the auto industry? What do you think about those?
Well, I'm kind of cool with that.
You like those?
Yeah. Kind of.
Well, appreciate the honesty. Why you like those?
The bankings and all the banks and everything, they was really screwing us over. So I think that they kind of got control over that.
Who was screwing you over? Was it the mortgage companies, the bad home loans?
Yeah.
Okay, but did you know when they wrote this new financial regulation, they carved it out? So those two companies, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, that were screwing all those people, got a carve out. Absolutely no regulation on them whatsoever. Regulates everybody else but them. That sounds a little bit like dirty government to you. There's one set of rules for everybody.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a different set of rules than I have.
Right.
Same thing with the health care. We shouldn't have different sets of rules for different people.
Yeah.
And you feel your current congressman isn't listening to you?
Nope. I don't think so.
What is your program about the immigration issues? Because that's very serious, we feel.
I love all the laws we have right now. Secure border. We welcome immigrants, but you better do it the right way. And with 12% unemployment rate, don't talk to me about amnesty. We're going to protect American jobs first.
You're thinking they're using the monies wisely, but...
You think your federal government should have to operate off a budget like your business does?
Oh, sure, on a budget, yes. Yes, but not from our money. I think we give enough money.
Would you rather depend on the government or yourself? You looking for an opportunity or hand?
Right now, I'd rather depend on myself. I'd rather depend on me to take care of myself because the way the government is doing it is making it harder for me to take care of myself.
I don't agree with the health care.
Why not?
I don't know, it seems a little too hands-on.
Very eloquently said. I like that, Shannon.
Thank
but
you.
that's the thing, because the federal government should have no business in that. Nowhere in there does the Constitution say the right to life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and health care insurance. It's just, I mean, it's nice, but it's just not something the federal government should be involved in. All right, Rich, how about 2,500-page bills going through Congress? Think there's something in there to rip you off?
Oh, there's always.
Absolutely.
There's always.
Think there's something wrong with somebody's judgment who's signing and voting yes for these things?
Oh, yes.
I do too.
Right.
Everybody I talk to they're really scared of the current government and what's happening and what the future is going to be for us as retired people and for our future generations. And what can you tell me that you would pursue as one of our politicians?
Hey, right now the biggest thing I'm going to bring is the courage to say no. Say no to health care bills. Say no to financial reform. Say no to GM bailouts. Say no to Wall Street bailouts. Say no to all this expansion of government. No to cap and trade legislation. No to takeover of private industry by the public sector. It's all bad for America. So absolutely the courage to say no. The courage to say no, to protect the liberty. All right, so you want somebody to go out there, fight for you, fight for your non-special interest, and secure that border.
That's right.
On the border, it definitely needs to be more secure. I know there's a big issue with the Arizona law and such. I know there's a lot of big issues about it, but I think it's a law that, in general, I personally support it. I don't think there's any kind of racial bigotry like there's said to be. I think illegal immigration has been a big problem in the country and has affected such things as the economy and a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
It's been a big...
It's a job, protect American jobs. Illegal immigration takes American jobs.
Right.
Absolutely. We absolutely have a responsibility to the economy, to the national security, which obviously you're big on,
right,
to all these sorts of things. Absolutely.
Right. I feel it's been a big effect, not just on the economy, just with, criminal law as well. Caused a lot of innocent people to lose their life, and so it's definitely hurt the country in many different ways.
And this Arizona law is really amazing that we're even arguing about here in California, because we already have it here. We already have 287G, which empowers our local law enforcement to enforce federal law. However, it takes funding. So where are you going to get that funding from, Nick? Or where are you going to get that funding from for all these extra border patrolmen that we need? I'll tell you where I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it from cutting social programs to illegal immigrants. I'm going to get it from cutting federal tax dollars going to sanctuary cities. That's where I'm going to get it from, and that's how we're going to pay for it, how we're going to protect American jobs. And if you want to come here legally, absolutely. And once we get a handle on that border,
certainly,
it's open to legal immigration.
Certainly.
Name like Popaditch, I didn't come over on the Mayflower.
Well, you've got my vote.
Well, I had a lot of fun. If you're going to represent people, you sure got to know what they're thinking. So look forward to doing this again. I'm Nick Popaditch. I'm running for Congress in California's 51st District. Right now, I got to get back to work. There's a lot to do before November.
I just got a chance to talk to Nick Popaditch, and I actually think he's a great guy. He has some strong points, and I think everybody should go out and vote for him.
I just got to talk with Nick Popaditch, and I think it was great.
And I like the guy. I think he's going to do something. I like the guy.
I love this man. I hope he makes it.
Nick was very pleasant. He's very down to earth, and he was concerned about my issues, and I appreciate that.
those are questions that he needs to be out there asking the people and getting opinions in order for him to be successful.
I like Nick Popaditch.
Nick Popaditch is awesome. He rocks. He's like so totally cool. Yeah, vote for him.
Vote for him, yes.
Yeah.
Great guy. So I want you guys, well, vote for him, please.
I'm only 16, but after talking to Nick Popaditch, I've got a lot of his ideas in my head, and if I could vote, I would for him.